everyone, how's it going? So, something a little bit different today. Recently I was chatting to a friend of mine on Twitter and I happened to mention that I had quite a collection of autographed movie covers, being that over the years I've been going to various conventions and stuff and collecting a lot of autographs. And while some people like to get autographed photos and stuff like that, I really like getting my movie covers autographed, like the actual slick. I don't know, it's just like I take a lot of pride in my movie collection, and so it's one of those things that, yeah, just, you know, sort of makes some of them stand out a little bit more, makes them a little bit more special. Anyway, so I was chatting to my friend, and a big shout out to Jenny if you're watching this, which I imagine you probably are, and she said I should do a video, like, showing off these autographs. So I kind of thought to myself, that's not a bad idea, especially since I'm trying to get to 300 videos so Bongo can do his Q&A, and this is number 299, so it's happening. But without further ado, I'm going to get stuck into this. So I've got my pile of movies here. These aren't really in chronological order of how, you know, or when I acquired them, except I will be saving my most favorite ones till last. But yeah, there's a bit of a story behind each one, so yeah, I'll go through them. Alrighty, so the first one that I have on my pile was an autograph from Chandler Riggs, who I got to sign my Walking Dead complete first season. Chandler was, of course, Carl, the little kid in the show, and he autographed it to Dan, Stay Human, because at the time I had a Jason Voorhees costume on. When I go to conventions, I like to get dressed up. I usually like to wear something that completely covers my face. Just, I don't know, you can get away with more stuff. So yeah, he was a really, really cool guy to meet. Most of these people, pretty much everybody who I've got an autograph from has been really cool. But yeah, no, he was awesome. Next one I've got on my pile is a Grindhouse double feature thing. This version was a Blu-ray release that actually had like all the trailers and stuff, the fake trailers and everything, which was great. But yeah, so I got Rose McGowan to sign this one because Rose McGowan came out here, and while everyone was getting their Charmed DVDs autographed and stuff like that, I was like, no way, you've worked with Robert Rodriguez, you are signing this. So yeah, she put X's and O's, so yeah, Rose McGowan, she wants to kiss me and hug me. No, she doesn't. Okay. So the next one, little bit of a story. So, nutshell version here. Back in the 80s, this really bad action movie was released called Deadly Prey, and some friends of mine and I, since the early 90s, we've just worshipped this movie. Anyway, 2012, they made a sequel to this thing, and through a series of circumstances, I actually got to become friends with the lead actor in the films, Ted Pryor, who played Mike Danton, who was like this ultimate killing machine. Anyway, yeah, I got a copy of Deadliest Prey that was autographed. He actually sent me a whole bunch of autographed DVDs, and one of them in particular had autographs from 3 of the cast members, but it wasn't personalized to me. And I wanted to give one of the autographed DVDs to a friend of mine, but being that this one was signed to me, I kind of had to keep this one. And yeah, it was kind of frustrating having to give away one with like 3 autographs. But anyway, he appreciated it, and, you know, I'll probably go to heaven now. No, I won't. Who am I kidding? Next one, I got Season 1 of Viva La Bam, signed by Bam Margera, who did a signing at a local shopping center, like a skate shop. I didn't actually get this. I wasn't there for it, but my incredibly awesome girlfriend at the time, yeah, she knew I was working that day, and she was like, hey, I'll go get the autograph, and she went out. It was like pouring rain, torrential, like, wind. It was near cyclonic conditions, and she actually went out and got this autograph for me. So yeah, I really appreciated that. I'm a really big Bam fan. Next one, I have got my Back to the Future trilogy that was signed by Christopher Lloyd. Yeah, which kind of came out a bit weird because it's one of those like hologram covers. But yeah, he signed that. Yeah, really awesome guy. And yeah, we had a really good chat about the movie 20 Bucks that he was in, which is like one of my most favorite movies ever, and no one's ever heard of it. And he was very happy that someone had heard of it. Next one up, I have Michael Rooker's autograph. Whenever someone comes out and they've been in a whole bunch of movies, you've got to really decide which would be the best movie to get autographed. Like, I came really close to getting Guardians of the Galaxy autographed, which maybe in hindsight probably would have been a better idea, but I've just always associated Michael Rooker with Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer, which is a brilliant movie, and it was the first thing I'd ever seen him in, so yeah, I kind of went with that one, yeah, which I don't regret. Next one, I have got my copy of The Room, autographed by my good friend Greg Sestero, who came out here, was it last year and this year, with his movie Best Friends, Volume 1 and 2, and I got to host the Q&A sessions, which was amazing, but yeah, through that I actually made friends with Greg, and yeah, so he signed, look, to my best friend, so he and I, we're best friends. We're not really. Next up, I've got Tony Todd, who I met, and yeah, once again, I mean, God, so many movies like Candyman, and yeah, this guy, Final Destination, he's been in tons of movies, but yeah, The Crow is it's up there with my most favorite movies of all time. I think it ranks number 3 in my all-time favorite movies ever, and yeah, so I got to get him to sign that, and yeah, we had a chat about Brandon Lee and stuff, which was, yeah, really nice, but yeah, he was cool. I remember there was no one else in the autograph queue, like, we were it, and yeah, so he, like, sort of stood up and had a chat with us, and, like, the guy is so freaking tall. He's, like, 10 feet tall, give or take. I don't even know what he's written on here. To Dan, yeah, I seriously have no idea what that says, but oh well. Alrighty, next up, Smallville Season 3, signed by Michael Rosenbaum, he is one of the funniest people to come out to conventions. This guy is absolutely awesome. And apparently he loves me because it says, "To Dan, love you, your pal." Anyway, yeah, no, if you ever get a chance to go to a convention and meet this guy, do not hesitate. He is so freaking hilariously funny, and yeah, it was a real joy to meet. And speaking of Smallville, fairly recently I got Tom Welling's autograph, and I remember going up and meeting him. I got him to sign this cover, and the one thing that I do remember him saying to me was that he loves my hair. Yeah, which is maybe why he wrote Rock On. I don't even know, but anyway, yeah. So there you go. Tom Welling loves my hair. And on the subject of Smallville, yeah, this was, I think, one of the very first autographs that I got back in 2006. John Schneider, who played Jonathan Kent on the show. Yeah, that was back when I thought I was only going to have a couple of autographs and that was it. But he was a really cool guy to meet, and yeah, that was back when they didn't have as tight security on meeting the celebrities and stuff, so yeah, he got up and posed for a photo with me, and yeah, we had a big old chat and stuff, and yeah, he was really cool to meet, and yeah, that kind of kicked off my Smallville autographs. Like, anytime I get a chance to get a Smallville autograph, I will, because well, aside from being a great show, it's just kind of cool to have them signed. Alrighty, so now we're getting into some really important autographs to me. These are my Star Wars autographs. This one, yeah, unfortunately he signed the back cover, but anyway, this was from Peter Mayhew, who played Chewbacca, who just passed away, I think, was it last week? Yeah, he was such an amazing man to meet. I mean, and this was, I think, when was it? About 5 years ago, and yeah, he didn't look in very good shape then. I love how he had a walking stick that was designed like a lightsaber with a, you know, see-through blade and stuff. Like, yeah, but no, he was a really, really gentle, nice guy, and I'm so glad I got a chance to meet him. I actually almost met Carrie Fisher several years back. She appeared down in Sydney, and I was all set to go to that, but yeah, due to some circumstances, I didn't end up going. And that one I'm really regretting now. But one person who I definitely don't regret meeting was Billy D. Williams, Lando Calrissian, who I got to sign my Empire Strikes Back DVD cover, yeah, which, yeah, that just, I mean, aside from being like the greatest movie ever, like, yeah, to have his autograph on there, that's so awesome. Getting near the end now, and I also have Ray Park, who played Darth Maul. I got him to sign my Phantom Menace DVD cover. Yeah, which is probably the best part of this DVD. No, come on, the movie's not that terrible. Anyway, what do you write? To Dan, feel the power of the dark side, which is kind of a dorky thing to write, but yeah, whatever. He was cool. Alrighty, so I did say that I was going to save the best till last, and that is exactly what I have done. Okay, so I'm a really big fan of the show Firefly and the movie that came after it, Serenity. To me, Firefly is the greatest TV show ever made. I mean, ever. Out of every TV show that has ever been put on screens, to me, Firefly is the pinnacle of television achievement. So back in 2006, it was announced that Summer Glau, who plays River, was going to be at a convention, and I was like, holy shit, because Serenity had only been out for a year, and I had gotten Serenity, the DVD, and I thought, man, that would be so freaking awesome to have her autograph. So that was 13 years ago, and ever since then, I have managed to collect 8 of the 9 cast autographs. I am only missing Gina Torres, who played Zoe on the show, and that is kind of like, it is such a goal of mine to get her autograph, because once that's complete, I don't know, this is going to be a treasure of mine. It is going to be kind of weird though, because once I've got her autograph, it's over. And yeah, I've been collecting for so long. I've traveled to many cities to get these autographs, but it all started with Summer Glau. So yeah, I met her. Got her to sign the thing, got a photo with her, which was great. Once again, that was back when we were allowed to do that. Nowadays, you're not actually allowed to get photographs when you're at the signing table, which, yeah, kind of sucks. But yeah, so I got her autograph, and I kind of thought that was going to be the only one, realistically. I had no idea that it was going to lead to this. So I can't remember exactly what order I've gotten everybody's autographs. So Ron Glass, who played Shepherd Book, I was really glad that I got his autograph, because of course he's passed away, and that would have been devastating, for really selfish reasons. I know this kind of sounds horrible, but if he had gone before I was able to get his autograph, yeah, that wouldn't have been good. Got Jill State. She was really nice. I don't really have a story behind meeting her. That was just kind of, ordinary signing. Got Alan Tudyk, who played Wash, the pilot. That autograph I actually didn't get in person at the time, because I couldn't actually make it to whichever convention he was at. So some friends of mine got his autograph, but it always kind of bummed me out a little, because he was the only one that I hadn't actually met. So last year, he did come out here for a convention, and I lined up in the autograph line just to go and meet him, and I remember the officials were saying, "Oh, have you got your autograph token?" I'm like, "No, I'm just going to say hi," and they had no idea what to do. They were like, "Do we throw him out, or do we let him pass?" Just let him pass. So yeah, I went up to the table and they were all ready to sign something. I was like, "No, dude, I actually got your autograph, but yeah, I just really wanted to meet you." And he loved that story. I told him about how I've been collecting all these signatures, and he really dug that. He was really cool. And he did say that he was going to talk to Gina Torres and tell her to come out here. So I hope he's going to live up to his promise. Look, Nathan Fillion, that one, obviously, if you're a Firefly fan, you know how important that one was. And that was one I never thought I was going to get a chance to meet him. I love that guy so freaking much. And there was a little event that they had back in 2008, I believe it was. Yeah, definitely 2008. Down in Sydney. For those of you who don't know, I live up here, and Sydney is all the way down here. Anyway, they had Nathan Fillion, Ron Glass, and I can't remember the guy's name. He's an artist who does a lot of Firefly work, and really can't remember his name. But anyway, it was just this little thing. It wasn't like a massive convention. It was just in this little building. It wasn't like a convention hall or anything. Just a little personal thing. I think there was only like a couple of hundred people. But yeah, we got to go to that, and I got a photo with Nathan Fillion, which was really awesome. And I remember at the time he was posting a lot of stuff, I think back on MySpace, about how much he loved Guitar Hero, and I was a big Guitar Hero fan, so we got to chat a little bit about that. And I remember cracking him up, actually, when I posed for that photo. There was a lady who was taking people's names down, and she called over and she was like, "Oh, can I have your name, please?" And I remember saying, "What, me or him?" Nathan had a good laugh. And it was funny, actually, when I went to get the autograph, this was like a couple of hours later after he'd done a big talk and a Q&A and stuff. We lined up and I actually went up to get this autographed, and he actually looked at me and he said it was Dan, right? I was like, holy shit, Nathan Fillion remembered my name. This is amazing. My own parents half the time don't remember my name. Yeah, so I said to him when he was about to sign this that, yeah, I really never thought that I would actually get his autograph. So hence the reason why he wrote, Dan, watch this, and wrote it, which I kind of got to explain to people why he wrote watch this. I'm saving Adam Baldwin till last. So Sean Ma, who played Simon on the show, I had to fly all the way down to Melbourne to get his autograph because yeah, I think it was at a Comic-Con where I actually bumped shoulders with Stan Lee while I was there. We were walking through the crowd and yeah, I bumped into this guy and said sorry, and it was Stan Lee with his bodyguards and stuff. That was crazy. But yeah, then it turns out a few years later, Sean appeared up here anyway. I was like, yeah, oh well, whatever. You just never know. I mean, if Gina Torres is going to be on the other side of the country or something, I'm going there, just in case that's the only chance I get. I also got Marina Baccarin, who plays Inara on the show, and that was the same day I got Chandler Rigg, and I was in my full Jason costume, but I didn't take the mask off or anything. I just stayed in character the whole time, which was kind of amazing, because if you think that Marina Baccarin is beautiful from looking at her on screen, in person she is wow. But yeah, I walked up to the table in full Jason gear and didn't say a word to her, and my girlfriend said, oh, his name's Dan, if you can just sign the thing there and stuff. And yeah, she looked at me really weird, like I was some kind of freak. And so I've saved Adam Baldwin to last, because there is a real story behind that one. So back in 1998, I was working at a cinema here on the Gold Coast, and there was one day where this guy came up and I ripped his ticket and told him which cinema he was in, and I was looking at it, I thought, that's Adam Baldwin. Like, at the time, I remembered him from things like Full Metal Jacket, Independence Day. The guy had been in a ton of movies, and I was sure that was him. Anyway, he came out after his movie was done, and he went and got another ticket and came back up. And anyway, I ripped his ticket and I said, you're Adam Baldwin, aren't you? And he said, yeah, most of the time. I was like, holy shit, man, I'm a really big fan. And I mean, this was before Firefly was, you know, even heard of. So yeah, he put his Coke and his popcorn on the podium and yeah, just kicked back and had a chat with me. He was on the Gold Coast filming a movie called Gargantua. I think it was Gargantua. Anyway, no one ever saw it, but yeah, he was here filming, and yeah, he went and saw like 3 movies in a row that day. So yeah, that was really cool. And he, I got him to sign a page from our notebook, and he wrote, to Dan, all the best, and thanks for letting me sneak in, Adam Baldwin, which was great. And I remember saying to my boss at the time, after he'd gone in, I was like, oh my God, look, I got Adam Baldwin's autograph. And she read it and she was like, oh, that's great. Who's Adam Baldwin? And I was like, Independence Day, Full Metal Jacket, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, oh, cool. And she said, you didn't really let him sneak in, did you? I was like, well, no, but even if I had, like, it's Adam Baldwin, you know, just give the man a free ticket. So anyway, that was all well and good. But of course, then I was getting these autographs and I was like, damn it, I want this on here. So Adam did come back, yeah, a few years back. He came to a Supernova convention, so I got him to sign that, but I also brought this along and said to him, look, you know, you're obviously not going to remember, but way back when you were filming Gargantua, you came up, we had a chat, you signed this for me, and he actually did remember, which was crazy, and he even updated the autograph, yeah, which, well, 2013 that was. So yeah, he autographed his own autograph. So yeah, that's probably my favorite story as far as my autograph collection goes. Yeah, he was a super nice guy. Everybody has been super nice. I've loved meeting all of these people. Yeah, I still collect autographs. I'm a little bit more casual now because autographs are really expensive. You usually pay at least $50 for an autograph. Just a couple of months ago, we had John Heder came out here, and I kind of regret not getting him to sign my Napoleon Dynamite cover now, being that that is one of my most favorite movies of all time. I really should have done that. But yeah, look, my collection's going to keep growing. Yeah, I mean, God, you know, if, like, say for instance, James Gunn comes out here, or any of the sort of major Marvel movie actors, I'll probably, I wouldn't mind getting some of my MCU stuff signed. But for now, that concludes my autograph collection. So if there's anyone out there who's watching this, if you're keen autograph hunters, fire away down below. Let me know what some of your favorite autographs that you've collected are. And if you've got any cool stories about people that you've met and stuff, like, drop them down below. I'd love to hear some of that stuff from you guys. But in the meantime, thank you very much for watching this video, and stay tuned because the next video coming up is going to be Bongo's Q&A. So check it out on all the social medias, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. He's posted a little video all over the place asking for questions. So if you haven't yet, make sure you head on over to all those places where you can ask him questions, whatever you want to know about him. So go right ahead, drop me some comments either here, Facebook, or Twitter. All the social media links are in the description below because I like to talk about movies and I would love to talk about movies with you. Catch you next time.
Click subscribe to stay up to date with all the latest movie reviews. Skynet will be taking over any day now, so what have you got to lose? Nyah.